Ever had a woman you're into completely ignore you? You send her a message, wait for a reply, and nothing. You see her online, posting and active, but your message sits there unread or unanswered. It stings, doesn't it? You start second-guessing yourself. Did I come on too strong? Was I too eager? You replay every word you said, every text you sent. But here's what you need to understand: stop. Her silence isn't about you, it's about her. And believe it or not, you can use this exact situation to your advantage. In this video, we'll break down the Stoic approach to regaining your power. By the end, you'll know how to flip the script when a woman ignores you, walking away stronger and more self-assured. The reality: women will test you. Here's a hard truth: women test men. They test by pulling away, by going silent, by seeing how you'll react. And make no mistake, this isn't accidental. If you respond emotionally, you hand over the power. But if you stay calm, composed, and indifferent, you win. Today, I'll show you how to reclaim control when she pulls back. Not by playing childish games, but by becoming a man of discipline, self-respect, and emotional control. Consider this your guide to handling rejection like a Stoic king. Why she might be ignoring you, and why it doesn't matter. Let's clear something up: when a woman ignores you, it feels personal. You start obsessing over your every move, wondering where you went wrong. But most of the time, it has little to do with you. Modern dating is a mess of mind games, ego battles, and power plays. Maybe she's testing your interest by going quiet. Maybe she's busy. Maybe she's lost interest. Or maybe she's just not emotionally available. Whatever the reason, it doesn't matter. What matters is how you respond. If you sit around refreshing your messages, worrying, and overthinking, you're giving her total control over your emotions and your day. And that's exactly what you must avoid. This is where Stoicism comes in. You can't control others, but you can always control your response. Control what you can. So what should you do when a woman ignores you? First, accept this: some things are within your control, and some aren't. Whether she replies or not isn't your call. But how you handle it, that's entirely on you. Don't chase her. Don't double text. Do nothing. And this isn't about being petty or playing reverse games, it's about showing yourself that you're unmoved by her actions. By doing nothing, you reclaim your power. You show her, and more importantly yourself, that your mood, confidence, and self-worth aren't dictated by anyone else's attention. When she falls silent, you might feel like you've lost control. But the truth is, this is the moment your strength begins. Control your emotions, and you control the entire situation. Many guys panic and send follow-ups or frustrated messages. That's the worst move you can make. Stoicism teaches restraint, dignity, and composure. Stay grounded. Show her you don't need her response to feel good about yourself. When you stay calm and unaffected, she'll notice. She'll start to wonder why you aren't reacting like everyone else. Shift the focus back to yourself. Here's a powerful move: redirect your energy. Stop focusing on her silence and start focusing on yourself. This isn't a reason to spiral, it's an opportunity. Work on yourself. Hit the gym, chase your career goals, dive into hobbies, reconnect with people who respect and value you. The more you improve yourself, the more you'll realize her ignoring you is insignificant. And ironically, the more you prioritize your growth and happiness, the more attractive you become, not just to her, but to everyone around you. Women aren't drawn to desperate men. They gravitate toward men locked in on their own purpose and passion. Use subtle reverse psychology. You might have heard of this in dating advice before, and while it's often misused, when done right, it's highly effective. When she ignores you, don't chase. Ignore her too, but not with bitterness. Be unbothered. Show strength, not spite. The less you seek her validation, the more intrigued she'll become. When you stop feeding her the attention she expected, you shift the dynamic. You take back control, not by being manipulative, but by living your life on your terms. Stay calm and collected. One of the biggest mistakes men make is losing composure when a woman pulls away. Anxiety, frustration, or anger start to bubble up, and when you let that show, you hand her the power. The Stoic way is to stay grounded. Stay emotionally untouchable. Not by pretending, but by genuinely understanding that her actions don't define your value. The goal isn't to act like you don't care, it's to actually not let her behavior rattle you. Detach from the outcome. Here's the ultimate Stoic flex: detach from the outcome. Whether she texts you back or ghosts you forever, your peace remains intact. That's real strength. Detachment doesn't mean you don't care about her at all. It means you care more about your own emotional stability than about getting her attention. This is the mindset shift that puts you in control in any relationship, and it's one of the greatest tools a man can have in the modern dating world. Conclusion: turn her silence into your strength. At the end of the day, life, and dating, isn't about who pays you attention. It's about who you become in the process of dealing with people's attention, indifference, or rejection. When a woman ignores you, it feels personal, but it's not. It's about her. And the true test isn't whether you can win her back, it's whether you can win yourself back from the spiral of overthinking and insecurity. The man who truly understands power isn't the one who chases validation. He's the one who walks away from what doesn't serve him, unshaken, unaffected, and even better for the experience. That man is you, or can be, starting today. By applying the Stoic principles we've explored here, you take control where it matters most, within yourself. You stop reacting emotionally to other people's actions and start responding with calm, calculated indifference. Not because you don't feel anything, but because you've mastered your feelings. You reclaim your time, your energy, and your mental space. You redirect what could have been wasted on someone's silence into actions that build your body, sharpen your mind, and advance your mission. You replace desperation with discipline, frustration with focus, and neediness with self-respect. And here's the beautiful irony: when you stop caring whether she replies, when you stop chasing, you instantly become more attractive. Not just to her, but to every woman, every opportunity, and every goal that respects strength over submission, confidence over clinginess. Because a man on his purpose is magnetic. The power of self-control, self-worth, and personal sovereignty. You no longer live in reaction to what others do. You are no longer a man who dances to the tune of another person's whims, opinions, or decisions. You've evolved beyond that. You become a man who sets the terms of his life, his relationships, and his destiny. A man who moves with clarity, purpose, and quiet power. That kind of man doesn't beg for attention. He commands respect, simply by being who he is. And the beauty of this transformation is that it doesn't require grand gestures, dramatic confrontations, or endless debates about feelings. It requires one thing: control over yourself. Your emotions. Your reactions. Your mindset. When you master this, you realize something life-changing: people can only hurt you, control you, or manipulate you when you give them permission. The moment you revoke that permission, the moment you choose to become the master of your emotions, you render their games powerless. The next time a woman ignores you, don't panic. Don't spiral into self-doubt. Don't chase her with desperate texts or passive-aggressive remarks. Don't let her silence invade your mind or dictate your mood. Instead, smile. Nod to yourself like a man who's been here before, like a man who already knows the game being played, and calmly get back to your grind. Let her wonder why you're unbothered. Let her sit in curiosity about why her silence didn't faze you, why you didn't reach out again, why you didn't break under the weight of uncertainty. Let her watch as you grow stronger, more focused, and more self-assured than you've ever been. And if she comes back, fine. If she reaches out one evening after days or weeks of silence, if she tries to slip back into your life casually, with a simple, "Hey," text or a reaction to your story, fine. You can decide, on your terms, whether or not you want to entertain that. Because now, you are no longer emotionally invested in her validation. You are invested in yourself. If she doesn't come back, even better. Because you're already exactly where you need to be, on your mission, locked into your purpose, and in complete control of the only thing that ever truly mattered, yourself. This is what it means to be unshakable. This is what it means to live like a king. This is what it means to embody Stoicism in the modern world, not as some emotionless robot, but as a man who understands that emotions are tools, not masters. You feel them, acknowledge them, but you do not let them control you. And when you do this consistently, something remarkable happens. You stop chasing, you stop pleading, and you start attracting. People, women, friends, business partners, opportunities, begin to gravitate toward you because your energy radiates quiet confidence. You no longer move like someone who needs anything from anyone. And paradoxically, that makes you infinitely more magnetic. The final truth, mastering your kingdom. At the end of the day, your life is your kingdom. Every choice you make either strengthens or weakens your empire. Every time you give your peace away because of someone's silence, every time you hand over your confidence because a woman didn't text you back, you weaken your castle walls. But every time you reclaim your focus, every time you stay composed in the face of rejection, every time you choose to pour your energy into your health, your mindset, your mission, you fortify your kingdom. You sharpen your sword. You reinforce your defenses. You stand taller on your throne. And that's where you need to be. Not on your knees begging for attention, but standing as a king, respected, self-sufficient, and unfazed by the unpredictable nature of others. Because here's a hard truth, life will test you in many forms. Today it's a woman ignoring your message. Tomorrow it'll be a business deal falling through, a friend betraying you, or a family member letting you down. You must become the type of man who handles all of it the same way, calm, composed, and in control. Not because you don't feel, but because you choose what deserves your energy. This is the mindset of a leader. A warrior. A king. The reward, freedom. The reward for this kind of discipline isn't just external success, though that often follows. The true reward is internal freedom. Freedom from the constant anxiety of whether people like you. Freedom from chasing validation. Freedom from emotional roller coasters triggered by other people's actions. You wake up every day knowing your worth. You look in the mirror and see a man you respect, and that is worth more than any fleeting attention you could get from someone who didn't see your value in the first place. And when you achieve this, your relationships transform too. You no longer tolerate disrespect. You no longer entertain half-hearted interest. You no longer overinvest in people who underinvest in you. You start to surround yourself with people who match your energy. People who respect your time, your presence, your vision. People who don't play games because they're too busy building empires of their own. A legacy of strength. Lastly, and this is vital, understand that the way you handle these small emotional tests today shapes your legacy tomorrow. If you crumble every time a woman ignores you, you train yourself to be fragile, reactive, and dependent on external validation. If you rise above it, you train yourself to be resilient, composed, and powerful. And over time, this strength compounds. It bleeds into every area of your life, your business, your health, your friendships, your leadership. People will feel it in the way you walk, the way you speak, the way you handle adversity. Your legacy isn't built in the big moments. It's built in the small ones, the quiet choices you make when no one's watching. The decision to stay calm when your ego wants to lash out. The choice to hit the gym when your emotions tell you to wallow. The commitment to focus on your mission when your mind wants to chase. Kings are forged in these moments. So when silence comes your way, let it come. Smile. Stand tall. Get back to your mission. And remember. Silence is a test, and kings don't flinch.